is Nadia, and today is August 8th, I believe it was the 8th. I am going to do a simple book review today. I'm gonna try my best not to spoil. So, this is the book called Everything by Nicola Yoon. It is a YA book, but honestly, that is like my preference as far as like what I like to read. So, this vibe, it kind of gave me like Fault in Our Stars type of vibe, like that time, like that year, I would say. Basically, it's about this girl. Her name is Madeline, and she has a sickness, which means that she cannot go out at all. She has to stay home, and I believe she's like around 18. High school, I know, 17 or 18. And she has been sick pretty much her whole life, ever since she was a baby. So that's why she's been kept indoors for literally her whole life. So a neighbor moves in, and it's this boy named Ollie, and it really goes into like their romance, but also her life. And I think that's all I'm gonna say about that. But let me read the back. This is the back. I'm gonna read this for you. Okay. Live life in a bubble or risk everything for love. My disease is as rare as it is famous. Basically, I'm allergic to the world. I don't leave my house, have not left my house in 17 years. The only people I ever see are my mom and my nurse, Carla. But then one day, a moving truck arrives next door. I look out my window and I see him. He's tall, lean, and wearing all black. Black t-shirt, black jeans, black sneakers, and a black knit cap that covers his hair completely. He catches me looking and stares at me. I stare right back. His name is Ollie. Maybe we can't predict the future, but we can predict some things. For example, I, Maddie, am certainly going to fall in love with Ollie. It's almost certainly going to be a disaster. So I overall do like this book a lot. The only thing I wasn't the biggest fan of, and I won't spoil it, but one thing I wasn't a fan of was the ending. I didn't really feel like it was wrapped up. I was kind of just left on a cliffhanger, kind of like my mind was not satisfied with the ending. It was just like very like abrupt. That's how I felt about it, without trying to like say too much. And this book is about like 300 pages, so it talks about like their romance. Like 300 pages, so it was kind of not rushed. I don't want to say rushed, but kind of like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of huge books, so I'm not wanting this to be a humongous book that goes into all this detail, but for me, it's mostly the ending. Like, the ending really caught me like off guard for sure. But also didn't notice, but there's a movie of this book, so I watched it yesterday. It's for free on YouTube. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like, yes, it's a young adult novel. It's gonna be a little cheesy, like a teenage romance. It's gonna be a little cheesy, and I'm okay with a little bit cheesy, but the movie was not my favorite. I thought it was gonna be my cup of tea, but it wasn't really. Like, I don't really know what I was expecting. I guess just whatever the book was. And I will say they did have a lot of like many details from the book. But something was off. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it was following the book a little too much. Like, it kind of didn't flow. It kind of felt like it was very like they're acting, which, yes, their actors are gonna act, but I feel like you could really tell that it was like, it didn't feel like free flow. It kind of felt like I don't want to say controlled, but I don't know what words to use, but I think that they were just trying to check certain boxes. That's kind of how I felt about the movie. So the movie was not my favorite, but the book was a lot better. The book, if you like young adult books and you like, I would say like The Fault in Our Stars, that type of romance situation, I would recommend this book. If you have extra time, it's only 300, which for me that's like, okay, I'm gonna be here. I'm a slow reader, so I'm gonna be here for a little while, especially because I just had my little one, so now I'm really gonna be an extra slow reader. But this was a good book. I only got it for $1 at my local library. They have a book sale, and they just have all types of books for like $1, even sometimes $2. Like, not bad at all. So maybe if you want to find something like affordable, you should check the library. And they even, the library has books for free, as we all know. Getting a library card is free. You do not need to pay for a library card. So, and they have a lot of resources too. At least where my library is, we have they all have DVDs that you can borrow and then just return them. But that's all I'm gonna say about this. This is my first book review, hopefully one of many. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.